It's such a weird video for me to even get into. I've always been really bad at introductions. Okay. Hello. Hi. I am Wynter. Welcome to my brand new channel. Well, the channel itself isn't brand new. I've obviously had a YouTube for years. But I'm just now making videos, so welcome to that. You might see my name around here also being Samantha, but outside of my day job and my writing stuff, I prefer to go by Wynter, so that's usually how I refer to myself. I am a writer, author, book reviewer, very, very small Twitch streamer, among other things. I don't know necessarily if I'd call myself an author tuber or if I'd want to call myself an author tuber. But I do want to use this channel to talk about some of the writing things that I've learned over the years, either from trying and succeeding at new things, trying and failing at new things, or just things that I've learned through experience over the years and things that I wish I'd known. Some tips and tricks that I learned in college or after college, things that I wasn't taught but wish that I had been, things I wish I'd known when I was a newer writer or a student writer, those sorts of things. Not that I've been a student in a while. I graduated with a bachelor's in English and creative writing. Sorry, let's actually go with the official name of the major. I graduated with a bachelor's in creative writing and English studies in 2010. So it's been a little while since I've actually been a student. So I'm not going to profess that anything that I say is like definitely either still happening or like is definitely going to happen when you enter into a creative writing program, because I have no idea at this point. I can only speak to my own experiences and things that I wish that I had known at the time that I'm not sure if they're teaching or not teaching. So this isn't like a technical, like official, like author to newbie tag video. I did kind of look at the questions that like new author tubers who do use that tag generally will answer. To try to formulate like the things that I wanted to say, because as you might have heard, I'm not that great at introductions. People ask me about myself and I immediately forget everything about who I am as a human being. So that's always fun. So I did go through some of those questions just so that I could give myself a little bit of an opportunity to chat about some of those things. Like, I think probably a lot of the people on here who are authors, I've been writing most of my life. My oldest stories have been around since I was 8 or 10. Some plots that I'm actually still working on that I had ideas for that just grew bigger than I was able to write at the time when I was a kid. They've had a bunch of false starts and huge stops in my writing career over the years. I became more serious about writing in about 2018, though there was another snag at the end of that year when it came to my health, so writing sort of fell to the wayside out of necessity. My health is now back. I'm fine. I'm super fortunate in that regard. So I'm here taking writing seriously again. And sharing knowledge is a part, I think, of taking that seriously. So I figured now was a good time to do this. I do write in a few different genres. A lot of my writing tends towards horror, dark fantasy, sort of dark fiction, darker speculative fiction, as evidenced through the podcasts that I've been on, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on, probably, hopefully. But though I also write romance. I have a fantasy romance novel that I'm working on currently. I also write young adult fiction and paranormal romance. So I'm sort of all over the board I'm never opposed to trying something new. If I get like an idea that's sort of out of my wheelhouse, I'll look into it. I'll see if it's something that I have interest in writing and think I can write. I do have a few publication credits to my name. You can search my name, Samantha Mayott, and I'll spell it out here. You can search it on Amazon or Goodreads, and you can find the print publications that I've been in. I've also had work appear on podcasts, The Wicked Library and The Grey Rooms. And I'll link to those too, in case you want to give a listen. Because I know sometimes, like, I've been published in some anthologies, so if, like, you want to know what I write, but you don't necessarily want to, like, take the chance on an anthology, I get that. So I'll link to those stories and those podcasts below, and they're amazing podcasts. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, they published my story or they adapted my story. I'm probably going to link to whatever I can find the easiest online, but you should also be able to find both of those podcasts, The Wicked Library and The Grey Rooms, via any, like, typical, like, podcatcher, I guess is what they call them, any podcasting app. I use Podcast Republic, and I can find both of them pretty easily. I don't want to talk too much about future publications because I think those should either be a surprise, or I have a couple of other videos planned where I'm talking about things that happened to me while I was writing for those things. So, and future publications are always subject to change. So it's probably better. So it's probably just better that I let those, you know, sort of be like fun little surprises for the future, if you're interested anyway, but they will be coming along later. As I mentioned a little while ago, I do have a creative writing and English degree, 4-year degree that I haven't been using to its full potential. So in addition to what will probably be some BookTube content, because like I said, I'm also a reviewer, I also want to make some videos that offer like some tips and tricks on writing, editing, things I wish I'd learned earlier in my writing career. Things I've learned by trying new things, like writing an audio script when I am not a script writer, as well as some writing vlogs and maybe a few writing experiments, a little in the vein of author tubers like Kate Kavanaugh, just because they always look like fun when she does them. And I just think it's really fun I just think it's such a fun idea to sort of document your own writing journey, the things that you're trying, how those are affecting you, how those are changing the way that you either view writing or publishing or whatever else. Even though I'm not very good at it. I've been trying to do some Patreon exclusive vlogs, and I'm very forgetful apparently, and I forget to record a lot. So we'll see about that. But I think it's really interesting to be able to sort of follow along with your own writing journey to see how either your process changes or things that you've learned that are happening sort of in, I'm going to say real time. Now I am working on 3 main projects. I have a dark fantasy novella that I've been calling Shadows Rise. Actually, as of filming this video, the official title has dropped. It is on my Twitter. It is the official title is Called by Night. So that's like a fun thing. I also have a fantasy romance novel that I will likely only refer to as the fantasy romance novel. I also have a new project. It's a serial novel that will probably fall somewhere into the dark fantasy romance category that I have been calling Project Pomegranate, because I am completely unoriginal with titles, and it made sense at the time, and I like alliteration. But I do have some information about that I'll probably be doing either in a vlog or another video at a later point, but I don't really want to like bog this down with too much about things that I'm writing. I will say one thing about that. The basic concept that I had for that was the Hades and Persephone myth and labyrinth. I am really excited to sort of get down to business to defeat the Huns and start making some of these videos that I've sort of got in the back of my mind. I've had people asking me like questions on writing for a while, and so sometimes when I'm like at my day job, I'll have it sort of in the back of my mind and I'll just be doing like a running like commentary on things anyway. So, and this is a good way to talk a little bit more broadly about things that I think are going to be helpful and maybe other people will think are going to be helpful. And I mean, I would really love to have the opportunity to talk more about things that I am passionate about with other people who may also be interested or passionate about those things too. So my goal is to sort of talk about things that, number one, I am very interested in and excited about or passionate about, and also hope that those things are going to be helpful for other people. I'm really at a point where I feel like I have knowledge to share, and this is going to be a great way for me to share that instead of hoarding it. Because lately I've sort of felt like I'm some sort of like writing dragon, just hoarding all of my information when it shouldn't just belong to me. If I have ways to help people, I really need to be out there talking about those ways and not waiting for people to be like, hey, Wynter, can you help me with this? Like, yes, I can. Here's a video. So I feel like I've actually gone on long enough about me, at least for right now. I feel like you probably have a decent idea of who I am. And I'm running out of semi-writing related things to say. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Do the liking and the following thing. There's something about bell ringing too, so that you get notified when a new video comes out, if you want. But if you liked what I said and you want to see more, thank you again. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.